Hello, everyone, and welcome to Master Excel Now. My name is Anuj, and today we are going to see how the most common or the most basic formulas in Excel work. We are going to use three: sum, average, and count. These formulas will come in very handy in your day-to-day operations when you work with large data sets and to get meaningful information. So let's begin. First, I have placed some random numbers on the screen just for the purpose of calculation. Sum. Sum is when you add up all the values and you see the total. So here I have value 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and the total. So in order to total the first row, which is 45, 85, 20, 85, and 16. So I click on total, go to my home tab. On the extreme right on the ribbon, click on auto sum, and it gives me the formula itself, and I hit enter. So this is great. Now, what if there was a space in between? So the values have 45, 85, blank, 85, and 16. Now, if I were to do a total, it will only take the first two values, which is 16 and 85. It will stop when it gets the blank cell. Okay. So that total now changes to 101. It did not add 45 and 85 into this. What if I have a zero here? Zero being a number is considered a cell value, and when you click auto sum, it will give you the total. Okay. Now, let's say the cell value is not zero, it's ABC. Now, when you go to total and click auto sum, again, ABC is not considered a number, so it stops. However, if I select the entire range manually and hit enter, you would still get the total. And if you delete ABC and write 20, the total will be 251. The next way of doing this is to do it manually. Remember, all formulas start with an equal to or a plus sign. So we start with equals B5 plus C5 plus D5 plus E5 plus F5 and hit enter. You get the total. Now, this way is probably okay when you have one, two, or three values in the cells and which you want to add up and you want to do it quickly. But when you have large data sets and you have to add 20, 40, 50 cell values, this will be a problem because if there is an error, you would not be able to find the point of error called debugging and you would not be able to fix it. So we say equals to sum, brackets open. You select the range that you want to use, brackets close, and hit enter. You get the total. You can use sum formula in multiple sheets. So I have data here, and then I have data here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add row 6 from this sheet and row 7 from this sheet in this orange cell. So how I do it is sum, brackets open, select the range, brackets close, plus I would type sum again, brackets open, go to the next sheet, select the range, brackets close, and hit enter. I have the total. If you make changes to this sheet, for example, 14 becomes 20, the total will change. Let's go ahead and change 16 to 22. Now it should be 190, right? So this is great. Now we work with the average formula. Average formula tells you the total sum divided by total count. So it tells you what is the average value. So in case 1, I have written 2, 2, 2 5 times. So my total 2 into 5 is 10. So we say equals to 10 divided by number of times 2 is written as 5 divided by 5. Hence the average is 2. The other way of doing it is, let's delete this, equals to average, bracket open, and I go ahead and select the range and bracket close, enter 2. The second case is, let's say I only want to average out values which are greater than 30. So in this data row, which is row number 12, I will type in equals to average if bracket open. I will select the range, comma, double parenthesis, greater than 30, parenthesis closed, and bracket closed. Now, this is the average that is taken. So if I were to select it manually, and here also at the bottom right corner, you would see average is 61.66. Let's make some changes, and instead of 28, let's make it 34. The average changes, and make 34 to 17. So the number changes. Let's now move to count. Count tells you how many entries are there. It becomes very important because when you're working, you would want to know, for example, how many entries have been done. So specifically when you're working with people who are doing data entry, you want to see how many entries have they done so that they can be paid, right? So here you see I have 5 values entered. So the easiest way is equals to count, bracket open, select the range, and bracket close, 5 entries. Let's go ahead and delete one randomly. 4, delete another one. 3, delete another one. 2. Great. Now, in case 2, I want to count only if the value is above 40. So what we do is equals to count if, select the range, comma, double parenthesis open, greater than 40, parenthesis closed, brackets closed. 2. So 96 and 95 are the only values which are above 40. Let's change this 15 to 43. Great. Now, in the next row, you only see names. I want to count how many names are there. So I say equals to count, bracket open. I select the range and brackets close. It says 0. But it did say the right numbers here. Let's try that. 12, 45, 53. I use the same formula, equals to count, bracket open, select range, and bracket close. So formula is working here correctly, but not here. That's because this is not a number. This is a text. So for text, we have equals to count A, bracket open, select your range, bracket close, enter. You get the number. If I delete one, see, the number changes. These are the 3 formulas that you would be using quite often: sum, average, count. There are more permutations and combinations that can be used, which will be a part of our videos as we go further. Please do share your comments, feedback, and like, share, and subscribe the videos so that we keep getting motivated to share more content which can help you with Excel. Thank you. Have a nice day.